Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Love Yourself Tarot. My name is Maria, and this is going to be your 2026 yearly reading. So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if you could just go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this reading, like the video, share it. I am kicking off 2026, getting back into the readings. I did a soft launch last year, but I'm back. And I look forward to posting more videos. You can also follow me at Love Yourself Tarot on TikTok and Instagram. And I'm looking to put shorter videos on there, as well as maybe the YouTube shorts. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a 9-card spread today for 2026. And the first row, the first 3 cards will be the first 4 months. The middle row will be the next 4 months. And then the last row will be the final 4 months. And I'm going to pull 1 card at the top of the reading. That's your overall energy for the year. And then at the bottom of the deck will be the thing that you don't see coming or the thing you don't expect this year. And then technical difficulty. There goes a Post-it note. You know, it's life. We're rolling with it. So, okay, we're going to do that. And then also I have an angel card. So you'll have a little word at the end of the year to kind of pull it all together. Okay, Taurus. So what I like to do is I like to burn a little Palo Santo, have you take a deep breath in. It's nice, you know, with everything going on in the world, there's a lot going on, to take a moment for yourself, get a reading, see what the signs are from the spirit world, you know, just sit in, relax, receive the messages, and take a moment for yourself. So this is something nice that you're doing for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to light some Palo Santo. I want you to take a few deep breaths in. Let me tap into Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising energy. We're just relaxing. We're just taking the moment. We're just taking it in. Just relax. Okay. Okay. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Breathe in love and light. And release something that's no longer serving you. Okay. All right. Keep that deep breath going as I pull cards for you. You pull them as we go. Okay. So Taurus, take a deep breath in. What is Taurus's 2026 year going to look like? What is the overall energy and the top of the year going to look like for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Spirit guides. Thank you. Guardian angels. Ancestors. Spirit team. All right. Here. Wow. Okay. All right, we got your overall energy to kick off the year. Oh, wow. Okay, all right. What else can we do for the beginning of the year? I need another card for the beginning of the 2026 year. Here for Taurus. All right. Okay. Whew. Okay. Moving on to the middle of the year for Taurus here. Okay, so those just flew out. Lovely. All right. And then the final part of the year for Taurus. What is going on? Oh my goodness, that card flew. So the end of your year is going to have a little pep in your step, Taurus. Woo! Literally that. Wow. Okay, that thing flew. It's a jumper. What else is going on for the end of the year for Taurus? Keep taking those deep breaths. Connect with me, Taurus. Okay. Wow. All right. Beautiful. All right. We have the end of the year, and we have the card at the bottom of the deck, the thing you don't see coming. Okay. So let me just take a moment and, you know, take in the entire reading, and then we're going to go step by step. Okay. Wow. Ooh. Okay, Taurus. Take this with a grain of salt. First of all, Taurus, you got this. Okay, your earth energy. You are connected with the world. Grounded, feet on the ground. You're going to be dealing with some unresolved stuff this year. Stuff that maybe you've been putting off emotionally dealing with. You're going to handle this year. You're going to handle it this year. And it's beautiful. It may not be the easiest emotionally, but what's about to happen is like literally, I'm seeing the word transformation in your reading. We'll get to that in a second. It's toward the beginning of the year. I'll explain everything in detail, but you are about to have a transformation. There's something that's going to happen because you're dealing with this unresolved energy within you, okay? As I'm using the word energy, here we go. Okay, so Ace of Swords in reverse. This is your overall energy for the year. It literally says energy because aces are new beginnings in tarot. They work ace to 10 in the suits. We have a new beginning with swords, air, how you think, how you process, how you perceive. Okay? The crown, chakra. It's in reverse. You do not want to do this, Taurus. You're a little stubborn. I say that lovingly. You know, what's happening here is this is asking you, can we shift the energy? We, meaning you and the universe, and can this energy be shifted? Can we start anew? And there's this, again, because it's in reverse from ace, you're holding on from the last cycle. You've already gone ace to 10 with another cycle and you're about to start anew, but you're holding on to that past cycle. You're holding on to the past. There is something from the past you want to take with you, and you cannot, Taurus. This is the year. This is going to be a very emotionally maturing year for you in 2026. I know, right? It sounds daunting. Look, I'm just the messenger. I'm the reader. I'm the conduit. This is what I'm getting. Sun, moon, and rising. Take what you like and leave the rest. But I'm telling you right now, Taurus, it's going to happen anyway. What's going to come up for you? But this resistance, this pulling away, is going to just prolong the inevitable. So I'm here encouraging you to embrace this change, this new way of thinking, this transformation, this emotional transformation that you are about to embark on. And here's okay, so that was the overall energy. I have the beginning of your year. The next card, look what came up. 2 aces in reverse is how you're starting your year. That's why when I first pulled your card, I went, both of the aces are in reverse. This resistance, this pushback, you're going to feel it, but you don't have to go with that resistance just because you feel it, okay? So the beginning of your year, we have these 3 cards. We have the ace of what? Earth. Okay, it's got wealth. That's the word here, okay? In your material world, if you don't change this mindset, you are going to slow your material progress. Life isn't about the material things, but that's how humans deal with things in this realm. So once the thinking comes together, the material world gets easier for you. So the more you resist, the harder it's going to be in the material world, okay? I told you there was transformation. So in this deck, it's the Princess of Transformation. This is the Princess of Wands, but this would be the Page of Wands, okay, in traditional tarot. So earth and fire coming together here. And then we have the 10 of Wands, oppression. But it's the end of a cycle, beginning to end. Okay, let's talk about it. Wands and earth, fire and earth. You are fighting fire with fire. But when you fight fire with fire, you get more fire. That fire is just going to reignite that fire. And what I mean by that is, if this is not resolved, the 10 of Wands, this past, I think this represents the past cycle I was talking about, that Ace of Swords, your overall energy in reverse. That's starting anew. This is where you're coming from. So the beginning of the year, you're going to be reminded this transformation, this Queen of Wands, she's the Phoenix, man. You have risen from the ashes. Now it's time to start anew. But you're still either upset or being oppressed by this energy. You're still stuck. This looks like jail cell bars, right? Free yourself, Taurus, from this mindset. You've already done the transforming as the phoenix. You are the phoenix rising, or you just have risen from the ashes. But there's this like looking back energy. It's not going to serve you this time around. We're trying to start something new in the beginning of the year. You can acknowledge what happened. There isn't a denial. That's not going to help anyone. Something painful happened here. I'm telling you, something painful happened to you, Taurus. Emotional pain here from your past. And this is the moment where you finally face what happened in the past, but not letting it drag you down anymore. You acknowledge it. You forgive, but you don't forget, right? It's like that. And some people are like, oh, well, in order to forgive, you have to forget. You know, look, we're humans. We hold on to things, right? Humans overall, we can be grudge holders. Let's just be real. Something affected you very deeply. I want you to forgive, but don't forget, meaning get smart. You can acknowledge it. You can remember it from time to time, but don't let it drag you down. You got to let go of this. There's a forgiving energy. Because there's oppression here, meaning it's holding you back. So the beginning of your year is looking at this past event. Something hurt you deeply. And I think it's like rejection from a relationship, or rejection from a job, or, oh my God, this career didn't work out. Maybe you're going to start a new career. Maybe you're going to start a new relationship this year. But you got to address what happened to move forward. But it's time to move forward, Taurus. I'm encouraging you. I'm getting all hyped because I'm rooting for you, man. Handle this business. You got this. But this is going to take some processing. Okay, the middle of the year. King of Swords in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. Woo-wee. You're not going to like this, Taurus. It's a little more holding on that I'm speaking about. Look at this. 5 of Cups, regret. I'm telling you, it's going to peak in again in the middle of the year. You're like, I thought I handled this shit. Maria said, I'm handling this shit in the beginning of the year. You are. You're addressing it, but that doesn't mean it's going to go away. Like I said, you're not going to forget. But we learn from the pain. We learn. I'm sure you've heard, and if you haven't, to those that haven't, rejection is redirection. That's what this is. That pain. You have the feminine, spiritual energy, and then you have the King of Swords, a new way of thinking. Again, these are in reverse. Anything has to do with air or the swords, it's in reverse so far. Meaning you're resisting. I want to wallow. I want to feel sorry for myself. And again, Taurus, it sounds like I'm being harsh. I'm just the messenger here. Something about tarot. Tarot is here to help you. So if I'm telling you you're going to want to wallow, I'm just giving you a heads up. We can all use a heads up in this world, right? It's good. It's like a warning sign. The universe is telling you you're going to want to wallow in this regret. I'm telling you. Look at that regret. It's you, man. We all have regrets. No regrets. I would love to say I have no regrets. Because then you're like, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. And that's true. That is true. In that regard, I agree. You know, we shouldn't have regrets. But deep down inside, if we've grown, we have regrets because we're like, oh, if I had the mind that I have now, then I would have done things differently. But we didn't. We didn't know what we didn't know. So in that regard, I guess no regrets, right? So I think it's both. I think it's like we can't have it both ways, but we can. Meaning, I keep getting this, like there's like what people tell you, like no regrets, and then what really happens. Like I said, forgive and forget. Well, realistically, we're not going to forget as humans. Unless there's like actual amnesia, you know? Or it's like Eternal Sunshine of the Mind. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen that film. They erase the mind to forget a very painful relationship. As far as I know, unless, somebody came out, AI came out with some new technology about erasing our mind, we can't undo it. So I think we have painful regrets as humans. But in the regard of no regrets, meaning you just didn't know what you didn't know, forgive yourself. Okay? It's time to let go, a new way of thinking, spiritual healing. We cannot dwell on this. Something painful happened to you. Someone hurt you. There are teardrops here. Cups are water, your emotions. Your emotions got fucked with, man. I get it. I've been there. But that time period in my life when I was really sad about something, about hurt, pain, regret, shame, that has formed me into who I am today. And I'm a much, calmer person. I trust myself more. I used to be a little more of a control freak, and I realized that's because I wanted to control outcomes, because I was scared of letting go. Don't be scared. This pain, this rejection is redirection. It's gonna make you more emotionally mature. Okay? And no, I'm not calling you immature. I'm saying we all have to mature through life experiences. So use this pain to grow. Use it as a tool, as a benefit. Okay? It's really beautiful energy, Taurus, because you're going to really transform. I told you transformation is your word, bird. Okay, let's get into it. End of the year. How are we gonna land this plane, Taurus? How are we gonna land the plane? Three of Swords in reverse. Look at this. Look at her. Look at this. Taurus. You got this. This is going to take some soothing, but it's in reverse. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. This one, again, there's a theme here. We have between the 10 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. This is my Heartbreak Hotel card. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it's in reverse, which means you're going to turn a corner at the end of the year. Now we have the King of Earth in reverse. This is you, Earth energy. And the Sun in reverse. Now, I do read reversals, but I want to be very, very clear. Whether the Sun arrives in the upright or in reverse, the Sun is one of the happiest cards in the deck. Okay? Anyone will tell you that. Sunshine! I mean, look at that. It's a beautiful card. Masculine energy, just like the light shining on you, but it's in reverse. So I have a feeling by the time the end of the year comes, the sunshine is going to come back. Look, we go from this dark period to the earth to the sun. So it's a transformation at the end of the year of you coming literally back from the dead. They're buried. This is you coming back from the dead. Coming back and into the light. Look at this. The card that you don't see at the bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups. Look at this. 4 of Cups is the universe trying to give you a little cup. You're focused on 3. It's giving you the 4th. It's giving you, the universe is guiding you. But you got to trust, Taurus. This is about trust. Trusting yourself. Trusting that everything, you're headed toward the sun by the end of the year. So yes, this may be an emotionally toll, this might have an emotional toll on you. It might be emotionally taxing to address this stuff this year, but it's going to make you a stronger person, and I believe in you. Okay, so although it's going to be emotionally taxing, it's going to be worth it. I promise you to address this so you can move forward. Otherwise, you're already the phoenix that's risen. The phoenix can't take baggage with them. They have to burn it all down to the ashes and be reborn. And this is your reborn year, your transforming year. Okay, let's pull you an angel card to see what your theme of the year is. Let's see. For Taurus, the theme. Oh. Okay. Responsibility. That's your angel card. So responsibility. So to me, this is like taking responsibility for the pain. If we leave that emotional pain there, it will fester on its own if we don't deal with it. That's just part of being a human. That's just part of life. Fair or unfair. So you're going to take responsibility this year for that pain and make yourself a little lighter again. Taurus, I love this for you. I am humbled and honored to have read for you. Again, my name is Maria at Love Yourself Tarot. If you like this reading, like it, share it with a friend. It's for the whole year. so everyone could see what the energy is coming in for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There will be more videos, and you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram for shorter videos at Love Yourself Tarot. Thank you so much. Love and light.